Good morning and welcome to Be Better at Business TV. Has your business joined the local Chamber of Commerce? If not, it's really missing out. Our guests this morning are Joe Martin, CEO and President of the Fauquier Chamber of Commerce, and Scott Small, CEO of Rev Builders Marketing. And they're here this morning to help us learn how you can use the Chamber of Commerce to grow your business. Welcome, gentlemen. So we've talked a little bit about growing our business through the Chamber. And so, what are some of the ways, you do a lot of events, there's a lot of nice events most chambers have. So what are some more specific ways? I come in, I join the chamber, what are some real specific ways that I can use it to grow my business as part of my marketing plan?
Well, one specific way, just as in terms of a story, when we first joined the Fauquier Chamber many moons ago, before Joe,
Well, I was there in a different capacity.
he was there in a different capacity. He was with the company that he was representing at the time,
Okay.
and we decided to sponsor a luncheon.
Mm-hmm.
And one of our employees got to get up in front and say a little bit about what Rev Builders did, and give our little spiel. And after that, because we had that exposure, our employee was able to meet Joe, start developing the relationship at this particular company, which led to several $1,000s a month in a new account in
Right.
helping them do their marketing and so on and so forth. So
Okay.
one specific example is to sponsor different events that are going on. There's a variety of sponsorships available at different chambers depending on what they're doing, but there's lots of events where you can get that little bit of extra exposure
Right.
to help you get over the hump and reach more people quickly. So
Right, so
that's
one of the things,
example.
so, one of the things the chamber provides is an audience, right? It provides you reach from an
Right.
advertising perspective.
Yeah.
And so by being able to do things like sponsorship, it sounds like that's a great way to get up and provide a personal message to a live audience, and then follow that up with some networking, which can be very effective.
Yeah, I know a lot of very successful businesses that have had that success through the chambers have established a marketing plan for their activity in the chamber involving advertising. Maybe it's sponsoring a luncheon, maybe it's a sponsorship on a website, maybe it's through the chamber's directory. There's a lot of different ways that you can market your business through the chamber. But the other thing that they tie into that, and when I go back to not just the money but the time, is they also get involved in the committee. Because
Okay.
every one of these events that we do or that a chamber does involves a committee. And by being involved with that committee, not only do you get recognition usually at the events, but also you get to know your committee members. And as we talk a lot about chambers are about building relationships. And you're at committee meetings usually once a month, and you're getting to know each other. A lot of times you're having a meeting with that person after the committee meeting's
Right.
over. So it's a lot of different ways that you can get involved by joining the committees.
Yeah, and let me dig into the core of that, right? When somebody asks you for a referral, I need a realtor, I need an insurance agent, or I need something, I know for me it's kind of a matter of pride. I want to make sure that I refer somebody that I know and that I'm comfortable with, and kind of make that happen. And so really, when you just go to the kind of the general events and talk to people for a minute or two, over time you can kind of get to know them, but really when you join committees and you're working side by side, you get to see people's work ethic, you
Yeah.
kind of see their work product a little bit, and so it really helps from that perspective to build that relationship.
Exactly.
And build a referral base, not just, even if you don't do business with that person, you're doing business with maybe the people that they know, which can be pretty big.
Which is an important point that I think is lost among many chamber members, is that it might not be the chamber member who is the client.
Right.
You have to remember every member has a network, and
Yes.
they know a lot more people than just themselves, right? So it's that network effect, that learning how to work that network and building up that trust so that they will let you into their expanded network beyond just what the chamber membership is.
Right.
So it can be extremely valuable being involved in those committees.
Okay.
Another quick little story, I'm involved at the Fauquier Chamber on the marketing committee.
Right.
And and you're on that committee too.
Yes.
But another gentleman is on there, John Brand, and we've known each other. He's been in Warrington for a long time, but we've never really connected or did any business together. And through that committee, our two companies have come together, and we have won a couple fairly nice-sized clients doing proposals together, bringing both our strengths together to move forward. And that never would have happened if we hadn't gotten involved on that committee. So the chamber works if
Yeah.
you work it.
And, you know, using that partnership, and because when you meet somebody just in general, I'm in marketing, you're in marketing, okay? You know, you almost at first you kind of look as competitors, right? But when you look at it, John has a specific skill set and specific resources
Right.
that make him better at one area. You have it at a different area. And so that partnership aspect of it, especially for small, medium businesses, becomes very important as you go forward, because kind of two can come together, and 2 + 2 is 6 or 8 or something like that,
What's
right?
the old adage?
2 +
It's
1
not-
+ 1 is
22.
4? Yeah,
two-
okay.
The old adage is
22.
it's not who you know, but who they know.
That's right. It's a good thing this isn't a math program.
That's right.
What are some other ways growing your business?
Well, tying into the relationship building, we have lead share groups
Okay.
where folks can come in and they meet every week, and the whole idea behind these lead share groups is to get to know each other so you feel comfortable providing that person with a lead, whether it's somebody looking for a roof repair or somebody looking for an insurance agent, whatever their needs might be. Because, like you said, everybody has a network, and so those are great ways to grow your business, getting involved with the lead share groups.
Okay.
And then we have there's usually most chambers have some type of trade show or expo that happens each year. I mean, that's a wonderful
That's a good one.
time to really get a lot of extra exposure during that time if you do that. There's sponsorship opportunity, there's before marketing opportunities, after the event marketing opportunities, during the event networking opportunities. So there's a lot to take advantage of in an event that, like an expo or a trade show. Plus, the day of the event is very valuable. Plus, the before and after the event is also extremely valuable if that's leveraged in the correct way.
And,
So,
and a big trend within chambers now, and this is not just here locally, but nationally, is chambers are getting very industry specific. I mentioned the virtual bus tour, commercial real estate showcase we did. I mean, that's focused solely on the commercial real estate industry and anybody that's interested in doing business within that industry. We've put on not-for-profit symposiums focused on helping our not-for-profits in our communities to better their business. So chambers are, rather than just doing, which all chambers do, general networking events that brings all type of businesses, there's chambers that develop government contractor business councils. We have a very vibrant women's business council that focuses solely on the development and enhancement of leadership within women-owned business or women in business.
Yeah.
Young professionals is another example of that.
So it's great to kind of find those kind of niche markets or kind of those industries and kind of get some specific help there as well.
Yeah, and they have specific events for that. So it really helps. Our young professionals, for example, sometimes feel a little uncomfortable out networking with us gray hairs. And so it's a great opportunity for them to get together and really sort of hone those skills with their I don't want to say like-minded, but the same type of folks that are in the same position that they're in from a growth standpoint.
Yeah, that's a good point with that. And also, I think one of the things that the local chambers here are doing, and I think are doing well, is we've talked a little bit about networking with other chamber members and those types of things, but starting to make sure that message gets out to the community. So through the trade shows and some of the other community events, fitness fair coming up in the spring, just making sure that we kind of show out in the community and showcase the businesses out in the community as well.
And make that connection between the businesses and the community.
Exactly.
As well.
Exactly.
It's very
Alyssa, any questions through our chat function?
I've been a member and go to meetings once or twice a month, but I'm just not seeing the results. What else can I do?
Yeah, that's. I think you see that in chambers where people kind of come and then kind of fade off. What are somebody that a new member? What's some good advice for a new member to really make their membership work?
persistence.
Okay.
Just stick with it. And I would turn the table a little bit and not say the chamber's not working for me, but ask the question, what can I do to get better at making at the chamber working? Because a lot of times the chamber works. You can't deny that. Chambers have been around for hundreds of years, have facilitated billions of dollars in business, so they work.
Right.
The question to ask, and it's a harder question to ask because we don't like asking that question, is, am I working? What can I do to get better? Do I need to smile more? Do I need to brush my teeth? I mean, some silly things you might want to ask yourself that might be putting people off. Am I actually talking to people when I go there? Am I talking to the right people when I
Right.
go there? Am I going to the right events where the
good
right
point.
people are? Because different people go to different events, and that you might be going to an event that your target market just isn't there.
Right.
And
So lots of different things I would do.
excellent point, and the thing to add to that is that you may or probably won't be able to answer that yourself. So you need to find people like Scott, find staff members of the chamber, and ask those questions. You know, we're trained to sit down with you and really analyze what, we have an ambassadors committee that has a mentoring program that can sit down and look at your business. Everybody's business is different, every individual is different, and point you in directions of ways you can improve your involvement within the chamber to help enhance your business.
Yeah, that's
Excellent point.
that's a great point. Is that the help is there
Right.
to get it. And one thing I point out as well is that the Chamber of Commerce is a nonprofit organization.
That's
It's a
right.
service organization, and when you look at that, Scott makes a good point. When you look at service organizations, a lot of times it's not what can they do for me, but if you start looking at it, what can I do for the chamber? A lot of good things happen in that, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a principle of life.
That's great. Okay, great. Well, it's been a great show. As we close out, is there anything additional you'd like to share about the Fauquier Chamber of Commerce, Joe?
Well, we've got a couple of great events coming up. I mentioned our young professionals strikes for the shelter. That's going to be on November 3rd, and we're doing that in partnership with the Prince William Young Professionals, YP Nova, at the Bowl America down on Balls Ford Road. We are looking for bowling teams and sponsors, so please contact us about that. We'd love to have you join us.
Great. And Scott, anything we need to know about Rev Builders marketing?
Very simply, if you want to grow your business, dominate online, and have a well thought out, strategic, integrated marketing plan, that's what we do. So, and we love
Great.
doing it.
Great. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Once again, my name is Jamie Gorman. I'm with Sigma Business Management, and we help people be better at business. Thank you for joining us today, and hopefully this information in your local Chamber of Commerce can help you go out today and be better at business. Thank you.